Hey there, this is Jamie Vaughn with Ninth Level Martial Arts, and this is our second video blog, and I'm really stoked and excited about it. But I also got to say I'm tired and I'm exhausted. This is first week of back to school here in Union, South Carolina, and man, students are tired, parents are tired, you know? But not just tired from school starting back. And by the way, I hope everybody's had a great time going to school. We have 3 kids, and 2 of them, Jordan and Alex, they're going to new schools this year. And, that's pretty exciting stuff. And it's tough as well, but this is a good transition. So for everybody out there, man, just good luck this week. Hope it's awesome and you guys have a lot of fun and learn a lot of cool stuff. Also tired from getting our new gym ready. Shameless plug here, shameless plug. The new gym is almost ready. It's going to be finished very soon. We will be holding classes there. We have a new program coming in. We've got a new way to teach. We're going to blend old school tough with new school communication, and it's just going to be fun. I'll put a whole thing out about this later, because today what I want to talk about, and I'm going to keep this brief, short, and sweet, is bullying. Okay, bullying is an epidemic. It's a thing that has been around for ever. Okay, but it's bad. It's really bad these days. I remember when I was a kid, we'd get into a scuffle with somebody, and you go to the principal's office, you may get the day home, and you come back and everything's cool. And now, kids get in fights, defend themselves, whatever, and they go to jail, get suspended or expelled, for extended periods, or just whatever. I mean, it's a different world. So to look at our kids who are getting bullied and say, hey, you need to stand up for yourself, well, it doesn't carry the same results as it used to. So all I wanted to do is take a few minutes to give you guys a little bit of advice, but none of this is law, none of this is gospel, none of this is, the way it's got to be done. It's just some stuff from Mr. Jamie to the public, and you guys do with it what you want. This is mainly for the parents to talk to their kids about. I did a little bit of studying, looking up some statistics on bullying. Let me get my coffee. Gotta love that stuff, man. Gotta love it. Anyway, did some studying on bullying, and there's tons of statistics about bullying out there. Here's the top 3 things that I came up with, and some of this, well, it shocks me. For instance, 28% of students ages 12 to 18 are bullied every year. That's a lot of kids. It's more than a quarter of the students that we have in school getting bullied, being victims of that. Most students don't report bullying when it happens. There's a word that we all probably know, snitch, tattletale. It's easy for us as parents to step back and tell a kid, look, it doesn't matter what happens, it doesn't matter what gets said or what they call you, you step up and you tell and all that. Put yourself in their shoes. If you ever were in their shoes, did you tell? Did you tell the teacher everything that was happening? We tell them that the words are just words, they won't hurt you, but is that true? Words carry a lot of weight, and kids can be cruel, and words do hurt. I think, and I'm speaking for me, not for you guys, for me, a lot of times we tell our kids, words don't hurt you, don't worry about that. That's because we're not in their shoes having to deal with it and listen to it every day. You can't listen to negative remarks and words but so much before you start to believe it and give into it, and we got to counter that. We got to quit taking such a nonchalant approach to bullying and say, I don't worry about it. No, this is something to worry about. There may be world wars going on, but this is what's dominating this child's life, and they need a little bit of support. They need some help. They need some positive influence in their life, Number 3 thing that I saw was 1 in 10 students drop out of school due to bullying. You're telling me that 1 out of every 10 students who's being bullied is going to drop out of school. I'm talking mess their life up, their career, their education, all that stuff, because they're being bullied because it's just so hard to deal with. Folks, this is bad. This is not something to sneeze at or laugh at. It's bad. And I think as a martial artist, we spend so much time talking about how to counter bullying and how to deal with bullying and people think if I send a kid to karate to learn how to deal with bullying, they're going to teach them how to punch a kid in the face, and that's not true. We teach kids how to build confidence. We teach kids how to have self-esteem and discipline and believe in themselves and look people in the eye when they speak and give firm handshakes and all that stuff, And stand up for what they believe in, even if it's not popular. That's what we teach our kids to do. The fighting part, that's the last resort. That's the last resort. But anyway, I'm going to go into a lot of that stuff later. But dealing with this directly, there's one thing that I've noticed that we don't deal with. And Mr. TJ, who is one of my students and an assistant instructor at the school, he said himself, he said, he said, Mr. Jamie, people always talk about the kids that are getting bullied, but what do we do to counter bullying in the heart of a bully? I want y'all to think about that for a second. Most people who bully other people, most bullies are very, they have very low self-esteem. They lack confidence many times. Many times they're doing it because of their home life, and it's all they know and it's all they see. What can we do? Now, that's not always the case, of course, but I think if we get to the heart of the matter, to the bully, if you could change the heart of the bully and tell kids how it's not cool to be a bully and teach them why, you'd be surprised at what comes out. I think. I've asked kids before why they bully people, and I was surprised at some of the stuff I heard. But anyway, just to keep it short and sweet, guys, the biggest thing that I think to counter all these statistics that I'm looking at right now is this: communicate. Talk to your kids. Whether they're being bullied or they're being a bully, talk to your kids. I would love nothing more than to help your kids out. Bring them to 9th level martial arts, and we'll work with them, okay? We'll do that. And we'll do the best we can to be the most positive influence in their life that we can be, to teach humility and confidence and all of those things. But one thing is for sure, as a parent, as a guardian, as the one that takes care of those kids day in and day out, you're going to have more influence in their life than any of us are ever going to have. So I encourage you guys, communicate with the kids. Talk to your kids. Be open about this stuff and be a part of their life. And I think that's going to be the biggest way we can counter the bullying epidemic. We're going to be hosting a free bully-proof workshop here very, very soon, and I'll be putting up information about that, and it's free to a limited amount of people, kids, but we're going to be putting that in there. And it's not just for the kids that get bullied, it's for the kids who may have a problem being a bully. Feel free to bring them. We'll put up information about that very, very soon. You guys have a great rest of your week. Parents, kids, sleep late this weekend. Enjoy your weekend. Get some rest. And then come back for another week. See ya.